All right, so a BLEVE is basically defined as a boiling liquid expansion vapor explosion. I know that's a mouthful, but basically our concern was that the pressure in the tank was building up to a point that it could potentially BLEVE at any moment. The crews that went in last night discovered that the crack that was on the tank was releasing the pressure, and so now that BLEVE potential is completely off the table, which is great news.
We know numbers are a huge issue. That temperature gauge was reading 100 degrees. It doesn't even go higher than 100 degrees, but now it's trending downwards.
Absolutely. Again, the temperature gauge maxes out at 100, so we didn't know how far above that threshold it potentially was. The temperatures, as the crews read last night, were at 93 degrees, and they're trending downwards, and we're going to continue monitoring throughout the day.
What does this mean for the folks in the evacuation order? We're talking about tens and thousands of people out of their homes, and obviously businesses also affected. Absolutely.
I know everybody's itching to get back home. We have to continue to monitor and make sure that that temperature continues to trend in the right direction as the sun heats up. So we're going to continue to monitor that and make sure everything is 100% safe before we release people to get back into their homes. But we're going to do that as soon as possible.
Is there a timeline?
No set timeline yet. Again, we just got to monitor those trends and make sure everything is where it needs to be.
What do you need it to be at? Are you looking just at the temperature at this point?
Basically, the temperature is the main thing we're looking at, and if it continues to trend in the right direction, hopefully we'll have a resolution sooner rather than later.
Do you have any idea what a good temperature would be for that MMA chemical inside?
We don't have a hard number at this point. It's much more comfortable down at 50 to 60 range, so we wanted to get somewhere around
And when you get it to that temperature, what happens?
The product basically stabilizes. So when it's heating up and it's getting upwards of 100 degrees, that product is expanding. And with the issues with the valves on the tank, it had nowhere to go. And so that buildup of pressure in the tank leads to that potential for that big explosion. So as the product cools, the pressure inside that tank comes way down, and it eliminates that BLEVE potential.
The BLEVE was the worst case scenario, an explosion, that toxic plume, all those possibilities of shrapnel in the area. The second possibility was a chemical spill. Is that still on the table?
So they're working to see if this chemical is in any liquid form, because basically as it solidifies as it gets exposed to oxygen, and so that's what causes the exothermic reaction, causes it to heat up. So we're still working to confirm if there's any of this product still in liquid form and how we're going to handle that moving forward. But as the temperature lowers, it's just a great sign in the right direction.
So a lot of folks at home, when they heard there was a crack in the tank, they thought that was terrible news. But in this case, a crack in the tank actually turned out to be really good news.
Absolutely. It served as that essentially a pressure relief valve, if you will, and eliminating that BLEVE worst case catastrophic scenario is absolutely huge news.
The cooling effort is going to continue meanwhile?
Absolutely. Yep. And crews will continue to assess.
All right, Captain Nick Garton, thank you so much. You heard it here first on Good Day LA.